experiences. Everyone it's not like something very unique or very different experiences from other bankers. It's generally almost 70 to 80% same. 10% it may vary from person to person based on their yeah, their own personality and based on the branch they are being posted. I'll tell you how the experience varies from banker to banker. There are few major things that plays role in deciding whether you're going to be happy in the branch or you're going to be frustrated. The first thing is the kind of branch you're being posted, because for example, if you're posted in a rural branch, your experience going to be different, complete, almost 50% different from what the experience a banker is facing being posted in urban branch. So that plays a major role, the branch in which you are being posted. And second thing, the colleagues, your co-workers or the branch head you are being given, in which you are being posted, how they take the responsibility, how they take up the targets, how they distribute the work among the colleagues, how they are going to manage the pressure, are they going to handle it very well, or are they just going to put the pressure on somebody. It depends on that. And also based on the number of walk-in customers. Usually the walk-in customers are less in the rural areas compared to the semi-urban and urban areas. So if you're having more walk-in customers, usually you'll have more work, more customer queries, more things, more loans target, everything will be a bit higher when compared to rural branches. Then majorly your experience gonna depend on your personality. So based on the kind of branch I'm being posted, based on the kind of colleagues, branch head, or the semi-urban area, my branch is in the semi-urban area, and based on my personality, I'm going to tell my experience. So let me start with all the good things I've experienced, then we'll move to the bad things, because it is mixture of both good and bad experiences. As soon as I've joined as LBO in Union Bank of India, it was very good experience. I was so happy. My parents were so happy and proud of me. You start getting appreciation. You start getting respect majorly. Because you're a government employee. You're not just a government employee. You'll be assistant manager, because I am presently working as assistant manager. So it is an officer post. So my designation is LBO, assistant manager. So that respect you get from your family, your relatives, your friends, and not just them, you'll be getting respect from the public as well. When customers come and meet you, even the elder people, sometimes they may be as old as your parents, as younger as your siblings, and some of them may be even senior citizens. They come and address you as sir or madam because of, not because of the way you look, because of your family background. It's just because of the place you are sitting. It's just because of your designation. That time you feel all the hard work was worth it. You feel everything is worth it. All that you have been, all the late night studies, everything has paid off. That's what the feeling you get. Even I had that experience, because when people come and at the end of the day, the best thing you can take home is when somebody comes and say, thank you for doing this. I had been roaming around institutions for getting this done, and such things will make you feel like you've really done something. You have really contributed to make somebody's life, just part of it easy. Not like the complete life, definitely. A part of their life would have been difficult, but you tried making it easy by your service. So that makes you feel so good. And the salary, the perks, the allowances, everything is amazing. Whatever I'm getting, it is very good. And initially we were having clerical ID, and because we don't know anything about banking, so even the institution, the organization, they don't want us to mess up in the things that we don't know. So they don't give us directly the officer ID. You know what happens in the clerical ID? You can only make entries, whereas in the officer ID you can actually verify the transactions, or you can authorize or post the transactions. So after an year we officially became officers. Our clerical ID to has been shifted to officer ID, so that was also a good experience. And definitely I should mention about being financially independent. It's banking not just gives you salary, it gives you many allowances, many perks. You will feel, it's more than the other government jobs that you can expect. The allowances that the other government employees getting from their jobs is actually, compared to banking, is less. So banking is giving you more and more allowances, perks. Also mention about the negative things. Definitely there will be good and bad experiences. I had amazing colleagues, they helped me in all the way, from starting day. There are many things we as a beginners we will not know. A person can make you feel you don't know anything, and they make you feel like shit, they make you feel less. But my colleagues, they actually taught me things as if I have a newly joined student, so it was very good experience. Even today I go to them asking doubts, and they help me out. So these are all the good things. And let me tell you, banking always will have targets. It's not about monthly or yearly targets. Banking has targets every day, whether you know it, whether you don't know it, whether you are the one who is completing the targets or somebody else is doing the target, but it does exist every day. So I start my work at 10 o'clock, then we complete it by 7. That's how it has been. Of course, I feel exhausted, sometimes I feel irritated, frustrated, but as of now, I have to bear it until I get to go to new branch. And next thing is, you know what? I have learned so many things in the whole 1 year. From starting from knowing nothing about banking to, it's not, I can't say I've won now I know everything or 100% about banking, but I can at least handle things. And what I've learned is, sometimes people come with queries. It's You need not have the banking knowledge to solve their problems. Sometimes it's just the common sense, or your consciousness, or a present state of mind to solve their problems. Sometimes that that itself is enough. Because many of the problems are not related to banking a lot. Initially, when targets were given, and especially we are new joinees, we are in probation, the targets were being directed to us. So initially I felt so pressurized, or I felt like so much of work is being put on me. I am piled up with so much of work. Then I started realizing you can actually distribute the work. You don't have to always say yes, or just say nothing is also a problem. Sometimes you gotta say no, or you just have to make sure that your work is being distributed to everybody. So if I had to summarize my experience, it was 80% good experience, 20% bad experience, I would say. Because and it's not just the problem with banking. Everywhere things does exist. You will definitely feel very good on some days and definitely feel bad on the other days. So it's quite common, it's fine. And I've heard people saying, and I've seen videos where people say that banking is the worst thing you can do. Will not be able to survive in banking. You'll have so much pressure, so much target, and such things, But it's not like that, I feel. According to my experience, it's definitely not like that. Definitely you can handle everything. It's not like pressure is given to you and it is expected that you achieve 100% of the target. They give you target and expect very minimal, they will have very minimal expectations, and even if you do certain percentage of whatever the target is given, it is accepted and appreciated. So I don't say that a certain target is given and you have to achieve it, but what bankers usually feel is that they will have target from branch heads, the frontline people or whoever you call it. There will be targets from your own branch heads, there will be target from the head offices, and there will be expectation from the customer for the quick service. So sometimes that everything comes up together and will make you feel frustrated. And whatever I have experienced, based on my experience, I felt if you could stay calm at especially that particular point of time, then the next moment would be very easy. If you are seeing anything negative about banking, don't consider it. Of course, there will, as I said, there will be negative and there will be positive in everything. If you take any job, there doesn't exist a job where everybody is happy. For example, take up any job role that exists on the earth and do a survey of all the people working for that job role. Definitely not everybody will be of the same percentage of happiness. Some persons will definitely have bad and good experiences. So even banking, it exists both good and bad. So don't take all the negativity from the social media. You be positive, start working on it. All you want is job now, so start focusing on that and get your job.